Hi everybody. So I finally got access to AI Test Kitchen and MusicLM, and so I just wanted to showcase it. First of all, just in case anyone wants to actually sign up for the service as well, you just go to aitestkitchen.withgoogle.com. You can sign up. You'll have to sign up with your personal email address and then get added to a wait list. But once you're accepted, then you can play around with the platform. It took me 2 days to get into the platform, and then now that I'm in it, I've experimented with it a little bit, and then so I took about maybe a few hours of playing around with this platform, kind of figuring out the ins and outs before I decided to make this video. And so I kind of, to me, know more of the tricks to showcase off of it. So the very first thing to showcase is that it can do very straightforward music. So let's do like chill out elevator music. And then so it'll get, just anything that you would think of as kind of like a more standard style, it can definitely do, and it can do techno type music very well. Let this play a little bit. I like to help train the algorithm as well. So part of the algorithm is you'll see these trophies next to it'll always produce 2 tracks, and then if you you can give the algorithm a positive reinforcement by picking one that you thought was actually better. So if you play around with this as a traditional music machine or a music maker, and you just like chill out elevator music or whatever my favorite type of music is, or like different general genres of music, I think that people are going to get tired of it very quickly. But if you explore what you can do with music with the tool, it's going to have open up your world a lot. One of the things, before I dive deeper into showing off more songs, I have noticed it very upfront. Like if you put any name or actual reference to something within the model, it's very strict, at least at the moment, as to what it will block out. Like I can't use an artist, I can't use even like a common name. Like I couldn't use like Joe Biden. It won't. I don't think it'll do it. Yep. And then so anything, like there's a lot that the algorithm doesn't do. But so rather than like an artist, what you want to think of is, instead of artist, think genre, think type of music, think a specific place, like and think more broadly with your choices, your prompt choices. Like it doesn't have to be music. Like it can be a tree falling in the woods alone. Let's see. What does a tree falling in the woods alone sound like? We're about to find out. It sounds very peaceful. The algorithm is pretty set on what a tree falling in the woods alone sounds like. So I think we have an answer to that question, and it sounds very peaceful overall, which is good. But as you go more into the algorithm, and as I started exploring it more, I think that if you just go through and you treat it like a basic model, you're gonna spend about 5 minutes on it. You're gonna get tired of it. But once you start getting creative, is where it becomes a lot better. So I'll start really basic, like a rock song remixed with a hip hop song, just real classic. Notice I'm using the word remix, so I notice here that there's a difference when you use the model between like remixed and blended. As you go through, I've just found, to me, that when you remix it, it'll actually blend the two together, whereas if you use a word like blended, it will more kind of like layer one on top of the other, if that makes sense. Maybe not everyone likes my particular choices, and that's okay. Like you get to choose the algorithm and train the algorithm in any way that you like. But so that's kind of like the real traditional example, and then you can get into more like out there examples. Let's say that I want a hip hop song with, and then like picking and putting in specific instruments is also really good. So I want it to be a church orchestra, flute, cymbals. That sounds good. We'll do that. So 3 instruments. This one comes out a bit weird. Let's show this. Oh, I want, instead of church orchestra, sorry guys, here I'll do this, church organ. But so you can see like what it sounds like. I was wondering, because I've done this a few times, and I was like, why does this not sound like good? There we go. So it gives you kind of just, unique sounds. Play around with it, like blend it more, things like that. One other one that I've noticed just in the hip-hop genre that works really well would be hip-hop remixed with Irish Celtic music. And it sounds more interesting than you would think it would. You can also do like a retro video game music is one that I found is really as good as well. But you don't want to type in like retro video game music because you'll run into more errors sometimes. So you can do like 8-bit video game song, and then like again, it's best if you give it the specific instrument. So to me, an 8-bit video game song would be best with keyboard. Sounds right at home in a typical Nintendo video game scene. That's exactly what I would expect. So you can see it's different ways to blend it, and then just let's maybe show off like one more. I'll do like, how about I'll do one that actually is orchestra. So I'll do like a rock power ballad backed by orchestra with violin and harp. It's probably the best one I've done this whole video. I'm going to download that basically. A nice pretty track too, so I mean you can see like it's I like the first one better, but the power comes in the blending and blending of unique styles and instruments that you wouldn't think of. I think like the more creative that you can get with this, the better it is, and the more that you're gonna find the power within it. And so to me, big tips overall are blend instruments, tell it what instruments to blend, blend different styles together, use the word remix rather than blend when you do that sometimes. And then also too, don't be afraid to not just focus on music. Tell it like anything at all. Like let's make a song about bananas or a tree falling in the woods alone. Whatever you want to prompt it as, it will give you that, and you can play around with this model really well. So I think that there's a lot of potential and future with AI generated music and being able to generate literally your own music, and having a lot of control over the creativity of it. Have fun with this. It's a I think the more artistic and the more fun that you make an app like MusicLM, the better it is. That's exactly what it's there for. So if you like this type of content, like and subscribe.